Hello, boys and girls. I'm Rick, Big Gun 81. Thanks for stopping by the channel. I hope you're all doing well today. And of course, we're going to be checking out a product here. It's Breakthrough Clean Technologies. If you've been watching the live show, we've been talking about it a little bit, that we're going to try this stuff out. My friends kind of commented that it's some really good stuff, so I want to see for myself, and we're going to kind of test it out today. Now, Breakthrough Clean Technologies, they have a lot of different products, but a couple of the ones that I have here in my hands are their military grade solvent and their Battleborn high purity oil, along with their Battleborn HP Pro lubricant protectant here. It's a little sample pack. It's supposed to be non-toxic, a little bit better for the environment. I think they also kind of talk about how they're not supposed to smell as bad as some of the cleaners and oils out there on the market now. So I'm kind of anxious to give it a try and see what they're like. I've always wondered what's the best way to really test lubricants when it comes to, and cleaners and stuff when it comes to guns. And I think it probably involves shooting a lot and seeing how effectively, components wipe clean and stay functional and things like that. But I think it's really kind of a hard thing to do. Unless you have lots and lots of money and lots of ammo to go through and you can do all that testing. But today I just kind of want to see, kind of what this stuff's like, how it smells, how it kind of feels going on the parts, how it cleans them off, and so forth. So that's what we're going to kind of check out a little bit today of, and I'm going to do that on my 3-gun rifle, my F-1 rifle, to get that ready for our 3-gun match coming up. And so let's check it out. Alright, so going to go ahead and start out with the military grade solvent here from Breakthrough Clean. And going to spray it on my bolt carrier group and all the little parts. Of course, got the bolt carrier group all disassembled already. Kind of curious to see what it smells like. Going to spray a little bit down inside the bore where the bolt rides and around the outside. Now this bolt carrier group isn't super dirty, but there's some carbon buildup on it. And I just want to get everything kind of cleaned up before this next match here. Of course, going to spray it on the firing pin, retainer, extractor pin. And by the way, notice I'm wearing gloves, even though this is non-toxic. The carbon and the lead particles and everything else are not, so you probably still want to wear gloves. I recommend it. I came from a profession that worked with a lot of different chemicals, and people would say, well, you don't have to wear gloves, why are you wearing gloves? And you know what? It's actually not a bad idea, because this stuff does get into your system. It can affect you regardless. Now, again, the cleaner and oil is supposed to be non-toxic, so that shouldn't be a problem. But again, the lead and the particles and everything else that's on here, and even the previous oils and solvents that might still be in the material, are probably not real good for you. So I'm going to let them sit for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to come back, kind of clean everything off, wipe it up, see how well everything comes clean, and so forth. Now, I don't expect this stuff to just remove everything all at once like magic. I don't expect that. Maybe over time of using the oils with it, it might wipe off a little easier. I don't know. So let's go ahead and see how this stuff kind of cleans up. It's been sitting for about a minute with just a nice little mist of solvent on it. May take a couple cleanings. I don't know. So first off, let's go ahead and grab the firing pin, wipe that off, and kind of see what all comes off of it. See a lot of junk right there. Kind of nice. Now, when I was spraying this on, you could see some of the carbon and stuff kind of almost like just liquefying and moving around as I sprayed it. So I'm actually kind of impressed so far with it. Now, like I was thinking, I don't think that this is all going to just wipe off perfectly clean with just a microfiber and just a spray. You may have to use a little brush or something on it to help work it in and kind of break some of it off, because there is still some carbon kind of stuck on there in the base. So gonna find a brush to do that with. Alright, so I got everything wiped down here and kind of cleaned up and so forth. After spending a little time with some of the Scotch-Brite and a little more solvent, got the bolt cleaned up pretty decent. I mean, there's still some little spots of carbon and stuff, but it's nothing that I'd really worry about. I will be pulling this apart to clean again probably after this next match, as I normally do. Maybe not immediately after, but sometime after, before the next one. So, gonna go ahead and try out this Battleborn HP Pro lubricant, because they actually recommend this for people who do 3-gun and competition shooting, where you really need the extreme temperature range. And I believe they were saying this is a little bit thicker oil. It kind of sticks a little bit better than the standard high purity oil. But I think I'm going to use the high purity oil on this too to kind of wipe down some of the other components and everything, like the trigger and so forth. But on the bolt specifically, I'm going to use the HP Pro stuff here. So I got a little bit on my finger here, on my glove. Doesn't smell bad. Doesn't really have much of a smell at all. I'm just going to kind of wipe down some of these areas on the bolt with it. Might even just go ahead and put some on a Q-tip and kind of use it as like an applicator, so to speak, and apply it on all the surfaces and go ahead and reassemble it. So I will say, with a little bit of Scotch-Brite and the Breakthrough Clean solvent, it cleaned up pretty well. The lubricant seems nice. It's kind of a thicker oil, like I was going to say, like it kind of sticks to everything a little bit. But I kind of wiped it, just a thin coat on everything, kind of wiped it down. You still feel it on there, so it's not bad. I think it's going to work really well, and that's what I've been told. So we're going to give it a try at this next match. Next, we're going to go ahead and wipe down the upper receiver here and kind of get that cleaned up. People always ask on this F-1 receiver being skeletonized, how the heck do you, maybe you can't see this because I don't have it on the camera, how the heck do you get in here to clean off all the little slots and everything? Well, you could use a brush first to kind of loosen everything up, and I just go ahead and wipe it all off, and then I go ahead and use a Q-tip to go in the slots and just kind of clean out some of the junk that might be stuck in the slots. It's really not that hard to clean, especially with the Cerakote on here, which I gotta thank Applied Arsenal Finishes and Gunworks for doing the Cerakote job on this rifle. It came out awesome. I absolutely love it. Just from wiping the inside there, how it just kind of melted everything and cleaned it up pretty good. Still got to get into the back a little bit more. I have to use Q-tips to do that. Just to kind of give you a sample of what it's like to clean these little vents. I just kind of take a Q-tip, go through them like that, and you can see the stuff coming out. And you might even be able to see down in there, it's already blue compared to that one. There's a little bit of stuff in there. There's going to be. But if you really work at it with Q-tip a few times with some solvent on it, it'll all come out and it'll look nice. So just want to see what this oil is like, the high purity oil. I'm going to put a little bit on my glove, a little bit more than I want it to, but it's definitely thinner. You can see it kind of run real easily. Definitely a thinner version of the other HP oil. Again, it has a slight smell to it, but having it on my glove this far away from me, I don't really smell it so much, but if I bring it up close to me, you can smell it. It's not horrible. Definitely way better than some of the other oils and lubes out there. Got a little bit on my scope, but not a big deal. It wipes off. Gonna go ahead and finish cleaning this up. But so far, I think that the Breakthrough Clean stuff's not bad. I like it. My friends seem to like it. It's probably going to take a few times of running the rifle to really see how well it works. But just from my initial reaction to it at this point and trying it out, I like it. Again, the smell is a big factor for me, especially if you're working like in a garage or a basement or something, maybe that you don't have the door open or whatever on, and you don't want to be smelling it. You don't have the option of doing this outdoors, maybe. It's just that's a big benefit for me. So that, and of course, obviously the number one benefit is how well does it work, because the product doesn't work and it smells nice, it's kind of useless. But I think it's going to work. Like I said, I had a lot of good reviews from other people that I trust, and it does seem like the HP version does stick a little bit more than the high purity oil, like it's supposed to. Again, this one has a negative 65 to 507 degrees operating range. The high purity oil, I don't know if it says on here, it does negative 90 to positive 417. So it's a little thinner oil, so it'll work for For really cold temperatures, maybe if you're shooting in Antarctica or something or whatever, you might want to use this stuff on it versus the other, just because of the thickness factor. People don't consider that sometimes when they're using their firearms in extreme temperatures, how they're going to operate. I have the benefit of living in the Midwest, where we do have pretty cold winters sometimes, and local club does actually shoot practical rifle matches throughout the year and during the winter, so you get the chance to actually try out your gear. If you want to brave the freezing cold, you can do it. So it gives you a chance to kind of try something different in the winter. But all things to consider. Check them out. breakthroughclean.com, I believe, is the website. Or you just Google search it and check them out. I'll probably put the link below in the video description. So until next time, guys, go out and have some fun cleaning your guns, and then go have some fun shooting.